Welcome to 13 hour times 62
Face-Off Review.
Hello everyone and welcome to our first ever NEX Face-Off Review. We're going to do this in the same style as LEGO Face-Off Reviews, except with NEX sets. So the only difference would be the minifigures are just NEX figures. And in this case we have the Angry Birds starter packs. These are all basically the same, but we got a couple differences between them. It's nice to collect, but I want to know from you guys, whether you're a NEX fan or a LEGO fan, if you're an Angry Birds fan, which birds and which pigs do you like the best? So we're going to get into this review right now. All three of these sets are common. They're very available to find in regular retail stores and are available at $9.99 each. There are also ones for Angry Birds Space, and I think there's another Redbird one, but for right now we're going to focus on the Bluebird, Blackbird, and Yellowbird sets. In each of these Angry Bird sets you get one bird and one pig. The size and the coloring are different with each set. Let's take a closer look at each of them now. In the first set, the Bluebird versus the Helmet Pig, where you get the Bluebird, which is, you remember from Angry Birds, this is the one that can split it into three and works well with ice, breaking through them. And you get the Helmet Pig. This is like a standard medium pig. It comes in 3 different pieces, and I will show you in a sec. He stands on 2x2. You can take the helmet off, and it fits on the ears. You have little eyebrows on here if you keep the helmet on him. Here he looks without the helmet. And you can take off the headpiece. However, it doesn't come like this in the package. And that goes right back on. In our second set, the Blackbird versus the small Minion pig, you get the Blackbird, which if you remember from Angry Birds, this is the one that can break through wood and stone pretty easily. And when he touches any object, he starts to blink red and then explode. Or you can tap him at any time to make him explode. He's one of my favorites. And he looks like a bomb too, because that little piece of hair sticking up looks like the wick on a bomb. And you get the small Minion pig. You can see he's very small. He sits on one stud, NEX or LEGO. And he does also come apart on the top. You get these little micro knob things. I don't know exactly what to call them, but they hold this one stud in place. He comes packaged just like this. In our third set, the Yellowbird versus medium Minion pig, you have the Yellowbird. He goes through rock kind of difficultly, but goes through wood pretty well. And if you tap him on the screen, he can fly faster in the direction that he's aiming. As you notice with all these birds, they have inserts on the back, so you can use them with the slingshots. And here we have the medium Minion pig. I don't have to explain him too much because he's exactly the same as the Helmet Pig in size. and in function. They're both on 2x2, and they have exactly the same height and width. It's just the helmet pig is wearing a helmet. In all three of these sets, there are 28 pieces, with the exception of the blue bird versus helmet pig. The helmet counts as another piece, so that's 29 pieces. If you consider price per piece, it's a little bit low because it's $10 to get 28 pieces, but you also have to consider this is a licensed theme, and K'NEX had to take some time to make different molds such as the eggs, the birds, the pigs, and the slingshots. So that's where the idea of 99 comes from. The models built in each of these sets are slingshots, and they are exactly the same in every set. You put a bird on these two back pieces. You use these small black pieces to hold it still, so it doesn't move so easily. So we'll demonstrate with the blackbird, but it works for all of them. Put a blackbird back here. You can aim it by up and down, and you just squeeze tight, and you can launch them. They would have a little bit of difference in how they launch because of their size. We'll get to that sometime soon in the features. Also, with each of these sets, you get a small build of some blocks with an extra 2x2 piece. Smooth one. You build 3 of these. You get a small stand for it, and you get an egg. So, it doesn't make too much of a difference in the models built, because the only difference that would change would be the colors or material, quote unquote material, that the pigs can stand on as you knock them over. Each of these sets comes with an identical instruction booklet. It's exactly the same to build a slingshot in one set compared to another. It does show down here that the birds can separate, but for me, number one, it's very hard to, and number two, I prefer to keep it together. Plus, they came in the package completed. Here's what it looks like with all the pieces. Again, it's exactly the same for all the other sets, except for the pigs, the color of the bricks, and the birds. The building is very easy. It shows a couple different steps as 1, a few more as 2, a few more as 3, and a few more as 4. And the back of the instructions show just some choking hazard safeties and how to use the slingshot. You can even use the packaging box to hold it up higher, try to hit it off the box. If not, you can just use the bricks that they give you. And here we have collect them all. As I mentioned, I'm only going to review 3 of these because I don't have the red bird right now. But I'm sure you could determine what the red bird would be like after seeing these sets reviewed. The packaging for these sets are also very identical. It's kind of all the pieces are put into here with this backboard that shows the scene. All the stats are on the front. Angry birds, and what kind of bird versus what kind of pig. Building set, ages 5 and up for all of these sets. The bird would be shown through here in a molding, which you can take out. And you have all the information about the sets, other ones in the collection, licensing information from Rovio Entertainment. And the way you can open this, you can rip the back off like me, and it'll pop out like so. Or you could open it up from these sides, which are taped, so you just need to use some scissors to open it up. But not that bad for packaging. And with the function of using the box in the game, that's kind of another neat use of the box, the way that it's made. Let's take a look at it now in the features. As you can see, we've now set up one of the 3 sets for Angry Birds action. You would just simply rip off the top part of the set, and this comes off very easily because they have a tear out line. And then you just have, you know, the regular box that they show on the back. Now, it shows on the box, you can set this up vertically and try to hit it over because it's such a large slingshot. You could also try it horizontally, like I have it here. We're going to try both of them just a few times for each of these sets, and then we'll get on to, you know, which ones work best. My aim could also be a variable, so just keep that in mind when I try these out. Now we're going to set up the box so that it's more vertical, as shown on the back of the set. So start flapping your wings, and let's knock over some pigs! Between all 3 of these sets, I see their equal value. I think the only thing that would you know, determine which one to buy or which one, you know, you like better would be just by the birds or the pigs themselves, because the blocks are obviously the same. The slingshots you're gonna get the same. I wouldn't get too many of these because of the slingshots. You know, you get 1 in every set, and I now have 3 when I only need 1. But, you know, if you want to still get some of these birds, you can get them in bigger sets. Or different kinds of birds, you can get them in the bigger sets too. And even more pigs with that. You could even get those small packs of, you know, that have either a bird or a pig, and it has either ham or an egg. Those mystery packs, you know. So, but between the 3 of these, they're all equally good. In shooting, and in building, and in, you know, destroying the little tower of blocks. They do go nice together, because then you could set up, like, 3 different areas with this, you know, with what I have here. You could set up 3 different stations for all the birds to shoot at. Let's see now. Oh, I also found out that while shooting the yellow bird, it falls apart more often than the black and the blue one. Like, the yellow bird actually separated a few times, like this. That's what it looks like on the inside. It's just a peg attaching into a hole, so that's how the birds look on the inside, basically. But that one fell apart more often than the others. The others did not fall apart at all. I also noticed they have very flexible beaks, but that's across the board, so no problem there. And the beaks aren't even chipping. I've played with this a couple times, and they still look just fine. If you want to collect all the Angry Birds, this would be a good way to get them, because there's $10 each. But it also might be more helpful if you just wanted to get the birds. You could get them in the mystery packs, but you have to be careful so you don't get duplicates or ones you don't want. Let me know in the comments below which one you like the best for these sets. Thumbs up for the comment that relates to one of these sets, the blue bird versus helmet pig, the black bird versus a small pig, or the yellow bird versus the medium-sized pig. And we'll see you next time.